All right, mic test, mic test, mic test. Let me make sure my camera is on. I believe we are also live on YouTube. Chat was good with it. I got chat popped up here. Pull up my table right here. We are organized. No CPT. Okay. I did not sleep through this event. All right. This is meant to happen, so it's going to happen. We are going to have a good session today. John D is the first one to join one half of the Hoop Talk podcast. I'll give you guys another proper introduction as soon as it's time. But what's good, bro?
How you doing, man? How you doing? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Doing good. Doing good. I can hear you well.
Bad.
Appreciate the headshot you sent in as well, by the way. Appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. No problem, bro. No problem. There we go. All right. We got the camera straight. Here we go. Now, what we waiting on?
Wait, is Mars not modded in here? My fault. Let me mod up Mars. I didn't know that. I can't drink coffee, but I salute you, Easy Money Wood. I'm allergic and shit like that. By the way, big shout out to y'all because y'all been going crazy. I know that you guys are currently doing the Western Conference and like the Eastern Conference stuff. I was tapped in earlier a little bit.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that.
What's good, Mars? You're kind of muffled, but that's probably because you just joined the stage, most likely.
Am I sounding high? How do I sound, guys?
You good?
That's better. I hear an echo.
It might have been me.
That might be me. Let me go get some
headphones. It might have been me. It might have been me.
Okay, where?
Because I had my headphones was next to the mic.
Oh, word up. Better. Let me turn on my volume while we're here. But hope everyone's having a great day. I just knocked out a 2-hour fantasy draft. Hopefully the bread is mine this year. We'll see. Magic and Bird of PC, yes, sir. Let me pull up the table. So I have a table to track everything that we choose. I'll share that on screen here in a moment. We're just waiting on Real Talk to join. I sent them a link as well. Let me know if you guys can see that. So this is the table that I made for our picks here. I'm thinking we start first with the actual awards and whatnot, and then we can get into the all NBA teams.
That sounds logical.
Cool. Bet it up. But hope everyone is doing good.
I don't think you're first. Go back to the thing.
What?
Go back to the table.
Got you right here. Hang on.
I think you need more cells for the all NBA selections. Unless you're gonna put like all 5 names in one cell.
Yeah, you're right. I do need more cells, technically speaking. So I'll fix that real quick.
Yeah.
I meant to put the names on the side, actually. So I'll just make one more column, and that should be good enough. I'll do that nerd stuff on the side, so chat doesn't have to see that. Yep.
Nice. Job content creation.
Absolutely. By the way, Lo, shout out to you for the NBA stream y'all did. That was kind of funny. Doing NBA Family Feud. That's pretty fun.
Yeah, it was actually really successful too because it was I want to say I know we held like 2,000 for the entire basically for the entire stream, and we peaked around 2,200.
That's clean.
Yeah, and it was
yeah.
a really good stream. And then even like in post, like the live itself, because I normally don't get that many views on lives, but like the views are like consistently going up. So yeah.
Dope. Happy to hear that. I made sure to put links to all of your channels and all that on YouTube. This should be multi-streamed right now on YouTube as well, so we're good. Yeah, I actually need a lot more cells. Low-key, hang on, let me add this in here.
Yeah. I don't think he understands.
I'm not gonna lie. Initially, I was gonna write them out mainly, but I'm like, I think the sales might be a better ideologically, but I need more cells, so I'm gonna fix that right now.
You could really just like duplicate though, because you have. I think you should just duplicate that. That would be the easiest way to do it, because you had like five positions.
Oh, I did. Yeah, true.
But the 5 positions were our 5 names, so technically
right.
You just duplicate it. But yeah, you definitely gonna need way more cells.
That's probably a much easier way. To be honest, I might have maybe 3 multiple different tables of the same thing. That's probably better.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know,
we are just waiting on Real Talk.
Does Real Talk know he's supposed to be here?
Yeah, he hit me up like an hour ago.
Oh damn.
Chad, that's just
I gotta help him with something after.
That's just content talk, chat. That's just that's all it is. Content talk, man.
Hey, yes sir. That's all. Teams. Yep, I'll put that right here.
While we wait, I'm gonna turn to the game real quick.
Okay.
No problem. You good?
Falcons, Niners. I'm sweating a little parlay right now.
Oh, the game ain't even
started. Football parlays, huh?
Yeah. I'm sweating right now. The Packers almost pissed me off.
Gifted John Lowe. Yep.
Shout out to my Eagles though. Bounce back after 2 bad weeks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Lit Adder, I see us. Got a TD every quarter. You know how that do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me space this out so this ends up on the second page here. Wait, did Mars crash out? Huh?
They lying on my name, man.
Nah, he definitely did. I
didn't get a chance to watch the full vibe. What made him crash out?
Somebody we've all, yes, I've seen
they
AJ
I
Devon stuff.
crashed out on PC. They saying I crashed out on PC. They lying.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa. Wait.
Yeah,
Mars did that?
Yeah. Mars don't even be. Yeah, he definitely did.
I ain't gonna lie. Somebody gotta send the clip because I ain't see that yet.
Yeah.
There's none to see.
Yeah, it was definitely caught me off guard.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's valid. And I'll just delete these rows individually, make it easier. All Mars does is beat up on elders who don't know what they're talking about. That is very slanderous, okay? Get that some time, man. 2, 3, 4. Tank was good, bro. Was good. We got this live on playback and YouTube. I figured it would make sense to do these like right before the season. I'm gonna keep tabs on this all the way throughout as well. So I'm excited for it.
He is.
What's good, Real Talk?
Hello.
Oh, Real Talk's here? Okay.
What you doing?
Alrighty, so now that Real Talk is here, I'm gonna reshare what I have here. I'm just gonna duplicate this table 3 times to make it simple. But essentially, we are here, gentlemen, to break down the NBA season through the awards lens. We are going to start out with 6th man of the year all the way down. So DPOY, MVP, clutch player of the year, coach of the year. Obviously, beyond just having our picks, we'll actually have a conversation about like who's in the race and how things look. After that's done, we'll then say who we have coming out of the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference. You can explain how they make it if you have people specifically in the conference finals that would allow, people to go there. And then at the end of that, we'll do all NBA for first team, second team, and third team. Any questions?
Are we doing MVP who we think is going to win it? Like who we think they're going to vote for, or who we would pick?
Who we think they're going to vote for, but you can address who you think will be the MVP. Wait, is Born?
It's 3 Laker fans up here, I think.
No, because like if we do who I think they're gonna vote for, I mean, it's like 2 names. I mean,
no. Hey, they might vote for Kate Cunningham. That's what I was.
Mars is never gonna let that go.
He's never gonna let that go.
Hell no, but they might.
It is positionless. if you guys think it would be better to do it based on what we think, that can be the shift. But I wanted to have this to basically hold it into like what actually happens and who was actually the closest. I really want to see that.
Yeah, I'm probably just
Hey,
gonna mention
it's
both.
your content, man. It's your content.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
probably mention both, if that's cool.
Okay, sure. We'll just have hard overall mention for both. We'll go based on how we predict the year.
Okay.
I'll start with this one first then. So Gifted, John Lowe, Mars, and Real Talk. Yes, all of the links are going to be in the description and all that. Tap into everyone's content. Right now, the Hoop Talk podcast is going through the Western and the Eastern conferences. I'm pretty sure you guys just uploaded the Western Conference, right?
Yes, we did.
Yes, you did. So make sure to go tap in on their YouTube. I will pull up all their stuff at the end of this, actually on screen. Also, tap into Real Talk. He's been going crazy on YouTube. Really value your consistency. You've been going really, really dumb. And big shout out to Lowe with his multi-channel successes and whatnot. All you guys are putting in the hard work that it takes. So I can't wait for the season. And I appreciate you guys for being willing to do this with me. So
Always, bro. Always.
Facts.
Always Gifted, you know what I'm saying? You good people, man. You know what I'm saying? I always have a great time on your platforms.
Facts.
I appreciate you, man. Lo, you had
Much
an
appreciated.
outstanding stream yesterday. I wanted to give you your credit on that as well.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, bro.
Yes,
sir.
Thank you.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
shout out to John D on the Hoop Talk podcast. I don't fool with that other host, but I fuck with
that is
3 hours
shit.
of my time yesterday, by the way. This nigga 3 hours of my time.
You're right. Shout out Mars for being on my platform yesterday. Yeah.
Ain't that crazy though, Mars? He on full with you. Just been 3 hours.
Crazy, yeah.
Damn, bro.
Niggas
3
know
hours
you,
of time.
Nigga know you over the pond. Still fuck,
Guys, the disrespect was crazy, but it's cool.
crazy.
Well, alrighty. We'll get started with 6th man of the year first. I will go last. Let's start with John D. John, how are you looking at the 6th man of the year race, and who's your guy that you think is going to run away with the award this year?
I have a few people that I look at as being extremely impactful off the bench. My question with these two guys are just the games played, and that's Lonzo Ball and Jared McCain. I think both of these guys can be really impactful off the bench, especially if they don't start Jared McCain and they go in place with VJ Edgecombe. I think Jared McCain's off-ball scoring ability, pull-up three-point shooting off the catch, and the ability to attack slanted defenses and get within the mid-range and just have a really good overall offensive feel really makes him impactful to what this Philadelphia 76ers team is trying to do, how he would look against or with Joel Embiid while they had their minutes together. I know it's a very small sample size, but I think he has that portability. With Lonzo Ball, I do think he adds the needed size in that backcourt that Cleveland has needed with his quick decision-making and defense. But again, it's been the games played is what I'm mostly concerned about. So I ended up going with Naz Reid. I think Naz Reid can be really impactful for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I think they're going to win a good amount of games. And I think with his added shooting size, I think his overall offensive skill set would give him a really good nod for 6th man of the year.
Can y'all hear him?
Yeah, I was about to say, I can't hear him.
Oh, you're
I'm
muted.
just letting him rock. Yeah, I'm just letting him rock.
I was definitely muted. My fault. Naz Reid was your pick. Okay. I will bookmark that here. Interesting. Naz Reid for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I actually don't hate that. Mars, who is your 6th man of the year?
Is one of them Celtics guards? I don't know which one's not starting, but I'm gonna say Anthony Simons.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna assume he's not starting. I think the 6th man of the year award is a scoring centric award. And I think on a roster devoid of offensive talent, Anthony Simons is gonna get the opportunity in a system that shoots a lot of threes to shoot a lot of threes, and he shoots the three really well. I think he averaged about 20 last year. I wouldn't be surprised if he replicates that form for the Celtics coming off the bench. And I think if you average 20 off the bench, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion you're going to win 6th man of the year. Defense doesn't really matter. And if you're on a half decent team, that helps your case. So I'm going to go with Anthony Simons.
I don't hate that, honestly. I think that for Boston, in general, one of those guards is definitely going to come off the bench. My only question is, like, I don't know how y'all feel. I'm assuming Anthony's going to be traded.
Yeah, I saw somebody draw up a trade of Anthony for Bam. So
Huh?
yeah, they were like Anthony, Sam Hauser, and we go ahead and get Bam in Boston. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Is that a Boston?
yeah.
I would
Boston
do
fan
I would
definitely
do that trade if I was the Celtics. I would do
I
that.
definitely would. I
Yeah.
wouldn't think twice.
Wait, for Bam Adebayo?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that. Yeah.
That wouldn't happen, though.
yeah, not at all. But
All
could
right.
see it.
Well, I'll write that down. Anthony Simons for Mars. Lo, who do you have as your sixth man of the year this year?
My six man, I'm very similar with John D in the vein of what I think who's gonna be. I have Nas Reed this year with no Nikhil. This year, a team that's trying to put themselves in position to win a lot of games, so they don't have to match up with OKC early on. And I just think Nas, what he provides to a team, the 3-point shooting, the floor spacing, the bucket getting, solid rebounder as well. Solid contributor on the defensive side of the floor. At least has moments when he can be. Last year, he had his ups and downs, and I think that kind of really held him back. But if he can get back to where he was 2 years ago, again, especially on a team that's losing a little depth with Nikhil no longer there, and they're going to have to rely on a lot more other players, like younger players in particular, like Rob, I do think that his value is going to be extremely important to what this team is trying to accomplish coming off the bench. I can see that happening.
So, like, Lo, so for you, do you think that wins matter, like, at all for this award, or do you think it's mainly just your overall production for this one?
Production is primarily over wins, but like the odds of someone being on a sub 45 win ball club, regardless of your production, winning 6 man of the year is highly unlikely. I haven't done deep research on past 6 man of the year recipients, but I would imagine that almost all of them are on some of the better teams in the NBA. But I think Nas will check off both boxes. I think he's probably going to be positioned to average 15 plus points, probably grab around 4 or 5 rebounds. Amazing 3-point shooter for his position. I think he's going to be one of the better players in those regards.
Fair. And last but not least, before me, real talk, who do you have as your sixth man of the year this year?
Well, I don't want to replicate, somebody else's pick. I like the Anthony Simons pick from Mars. I did look this player just to make sure he's starting the season hurt, so that is unfortunate. But I'm going to pay some respect to somebody that I used to kind of disrespect, and I'm going to go Ty Jerome. I think Ty Jerome has an opportunity to really showcase again the player that he is in Memphis, be it that Ja Morant, can be in and out the lineup. Same with, and Scottie Pippen Jr. is currently going to be out for, a good amount of time. Now, Ty Jerome did just get hurt, so that is a concern for me. He just got hurt in the preseason. But if he does play the games, from what I saw in the preseason, he still looked like Ty Jerome, can probe in the pick and roll. Very good flow game, very good shooter. And I think that that scoring and efficiency that he had in Cleveland will translate into Memphis as well. So I'm going Ty Jerome here for my sixth man of the year.
Okay. I like that pick out of Real Talk. So far, Mars has picked Anthony Simons of the Boston Celtics, which I do believe he'll be off the bench, Mars. Ty Jerome for Real Talk, and John and Lo have Nas Reed. I zagged a little bit. This award to me normally goes to guys that score a lot of points on teams that are somewhat competitive. And I feel like this guy is going to get a lot more love this year simply because of the team that he's on. But he's a guy that's in that mode of a backup guard who gives you buckets. I have Jordan Clarkson. I think he's in a very interesting spot. I think the market is going to really highlight him a ton. And if you think about Jordan Clarkson, he is your backman type of guy. So I think this year he's going to actually be able to win that, especially with I believe Brogdon retiring. Now, if he'll be able to be as good as he used to be in the past, I'm not sure. But on this Knicks team specifically, I think he can be pretty good. So for the regular season, I'll go Jordan Clarkson. And then when I show the table here, so these are all of our picks so far. Any major takeaways?
Why everyone get a first name except Anthony Simons?
I promise I know how to spell it. Hang on. A-N.
Oh, that's why he did not spell
I
it.
no. typo.
There you go,
Anthony Simons.
there
you go.
Anthony
Yeah,
Simons. Boom. Cool.
Don't
Cool.
let these niggas pressure you, Gifted, man. They always
Can you get rid of that
challenge.
thing on the left? Can you click that arrow right quick so we can see the thing more zooms in? Where it says document.
Right here, you mean this?
Yeah, can we just get rid of that, please? Thank you. There we go. Thank you.
Damn, this nigga's a perfectionist. Jesus.
I don't hate Nas Reed though. I think if you look at the wins and his two-way effort, he's probably going to be a different type of six-man candidate. But most of them don't really care for defense when they vote. So
Yeah.
so like, I'm curious how much that'll,
I really wanted to go with my boy Jared McCain. I just don't think
Is he gonna be healthy? Is he gonna be healthy
Yeah.
enough to?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if he's
Yeah, I
gonna
don't
be healthy, but he definitely, if he coming off the bench, he gonna get him up. He gonna get him up.
Yeah.
I just double checked in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. 2018 when Lou Williams won, that is the only player that has won Six Man of the Year while being on a roster that didn't win 45 games.
Really, he's the only one. Period.
And at least I'm still going back, but
Okay.
yeah, it's at least in recent memory. So everybody else is like 45 wins. Majority of them are 50+ win teams.
Yeah. If I could turn off injuries, I really would want to cast my vote for Lonzo Ball. I think he's going to have a big impact as a player off of the bench, but I just don't know how many games he's going to play. So I'm leaning Jordan Clarkson, but we'll see.
That's another defensive player too. He just may not put up the gaudy numbers to school some people. But shout out to Lonzo. He looked really good in preseason.
He did.
We ready.
Did y'all know that that the Chicago Bulls in 93-94 had a better defensive rating than they did in 92-93?
That's very
What do you want us
specific.
to do
I
with
don't
that
know what that
information?
is.
What do you want us to do with that information? Real talk?
No, I'm ramping an agenda up. I'm just testing the right now.
He's just testing the waters. Okay.
So real talk only exists in
Intriguing.
agendas, I swear. Real talk only exists in
Is
agendas.
this an anti-Jordan agenda?
That's what I was wondering initially.
It's just
Oh, he
coincidence.
said, I don't know, huh? Okay. Respect. Well, we can transition into our next award here, which it's going to be interesting. Defensive Player of the Year. I call this the Rudy Gobert Award.
Do we have to go one by one, or we can just say 3, 2, 1 and then say this?
Yeah, for real.
I feel like we're all going to have similar picks here. I actually want to do 3, 2, 1 just to see.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Let's go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
DeAndre
Wemby.
Nikola Jokic.
Wemby.
Please.
Nigga say, all right, bro.
No, Wemby out.
Yeah, Wemby.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Okay. So we do. Did anyone else disagree? Or did we all say Wemby?
Oh yeah, we are. I was trolling.
He's a
Jesus,
runaway.
man.
He's a runaway favorite to win DPOI, man.
I tried to think of like different people that could potentially win it surprisingly over Wemby
No.
if like he doesn't stay healthy, but I just really couldn't.
They're
Yeah,
setting it up for a man to be a close front runner, but Wemby plays 65 games, he gonna win it. So
Yeah.
that's what I feel.
Yeah. I do think
Poor Bam.
once Wemby wins his Defensive Player of the Year award, I think the race will start getting more interesting. I think Chet Holmgren's going to have a really good argument for the next few years, especially if the Thunder keep their defensive personnel. I think Amen and Asar could both be in the conversation. I think Cooper Flag in the coming years may be in the conversation. I wouldn't say maybe this year or next year, but maybe later down the road. And I still think they're going to disrespect Anthony Davis, but it is what it is.
I don't even think it's disrespect to this.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
A couple years ago, yeah, disrespect. Now I just don't think he's that caliber of regular season defender. So
Yeah, we'll see.
He's just
We'll
not gonna
see.
get one.
He just not in these talks.
And then come on,
Yeah, he's just not there no more in the regular season. So. Yeah, he stinks.
If it's not like Wemby, I would probably bank on Evan Mobley probably winning it at some point because he's been very, very close. But
Like he did.
I just don't see how he won't get it. Like,
No, he's won his award.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Evan-
his
that's
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Y'all,
he
ain't gonna lie,
did,
there's a
yeah.
few things that people need to go ahead and get over with it. DPOY, just get as
And
many
DPOY is
as
one of
y'all
them.
can get.
Yeah, the record is
Yeah.
4. Wemby, he
gonna
might
have
get
like
close to
6.
doubling it.
He's
He might get
definitely
close
gonna
to
have
doubling
like
it.
that is an
Okay,
insane yard.
that's dick suck, but I'm just saying. In the
I said he
general-
might get close to doubling. Someone said
Like,
6.
nah,
Like,
for real
goddamn,
though,
that
bro.
like, he getting close. He getting close to doubling it.
Yeah, that's a lot, but that's a lot.
We'll see.
All
We'll
right.
have to see how many times they feel like giving him the award and Star Night. You know, because
There will be voter fatigue at some
like, you
point.
know what? Here you
Just
go
voter fatigue
again.
for DPOY.
Here you
exists.
go. You know, I think that's how. I don't think we're going to give him the award 5 times in a row, as we probably should. But
It's just he's gonna average like 3 blocks a game pretty consistently. That's gonna be hard to, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's on my side.
Oh man, brother. Okay. Moving on. Rookie of the year. I gotta say this rookie class is a very interesting class. I think there's a couple of names here that are floating around, so it might be a little different here. But let's see who we have for the Rookie of the Year award. Mars, who you got this year?
I've got my guy Magic Johnson. I mean, I got my guy Cooper Flag.
So disgusting.
I think he's trying to have a really good season. He's going to have a lot of on-ball responsibilities. Going to be tasked with more scoring than most rookies would be given. I also think he's a very willing passer creator. And the Rookie of the Year award is pretty much the who has the best box score award. And I think based on minutes, opportunity, and then overall talent, Cooper Flag is primed to have the best box score while also being the most impactful rookie because of everything he does on the defensive side of the ball. I think he might be the only rookie who's like exceeding 30 minutes a game. So he kind of gets the award by sort of default, in my opinion.
Okay.
they just announced VJ the starter. He may get to 30. I don't know.
I mean, you still got Quentin Grimes, Paul George. I don't know if you're gonna get 30. Like, other than like Ace Bailey tanking, like I don't know if there's gonna be 30 minutes just going around for rookies.
I think those are both good names. Real talk, who do you have this year for Rookie of the Year? Is it also Cooper Flag? Is it also Magic Johnson? Who do you have?
First off, we're gonna get off OG for the fraudulent slip up that he had and that he made.
Okay. That's
But
what
I too do have Cooper Flag though. I
Okay.
think the opportunity is going to be there. I think he's, quite frankly, just the best player in the class too. Like Cooper Flag has really impressed me in the preseason. Number one, defensively, I just saw like statistic that said he's holding people to like 20 some odd percent when guarding them. And his offensive game is, looks a little more advanced than I thought it would right now. If he can become a decent pull-up shooter in that mid-range area, not even from 3, because it looks like that's going to be part of his shot diet. If he can hit that at a decent clip, he's going to be amazing in transition. And God forbid if he hits like 35% of his spot threes, probably going to be running away with the award then. But he's going to get the opportunity to score, play, make. He's a great defender, so I'm going Cooper Flag as well.
Magic didn't win Rookie of the Year, by the way.
Okay, all right.
I'm also going with Cooper Flag. I think Dallas is a team that can really I think Dallas is a team where he could thrive defensively, just with his roaming and his ability to blow up actions, rebound, and protect the rim at times. I think as a rebounder, he'll be able to push transition more as well, or push the pace in transition. I think he's a really good driver. I think he can get to the free throw line. Again, I'm not as high on him taking as much point guard reps as people have been talking about. I just, as time going along, I just don't think that these 6'9", 6'8", 6'10" guys have to be handling the ball as much as people have been forcing them to, just because you're already in a situation that kind of lacks 3-point shooting, and now you're going to be asking a rookie to dribble through traffic, make reads, and also deal with some of the POA defenders that the Western Conference has. I do think he can get some reps there, but I don't think he should be taking those possessions as much as people have been talking about. With that being said, I have seen some improvement as a passer throughout preseason. So I do think it's his award to lose. But I do think there are a lot of really interesting rookies to where if they get the minutes, they can have really successful seasons. VJ Edgecombe was a really good shout, real talk. I think if Nick Clifford could get the minutes, he could be a really
Clifford's a good one.
player.
No balls. No balls.
Me Clifford, man. I like it.
Okay.
Trey Johnson is another guy that I'm really intrigued by as well. Yeah, and then you guys know my boy in Phoenix, Malawach.
I love Malawach, man.
He's gonna be fantastic. But yeah, I think it's Cooper Flagg's award to lose, and I do think this is going to be a very solid class. But I think Cooper Flagg, he's going to have the number one pick narrative, the Dallas narrative. They're probably going to make the playoffs as well with him being a very impactful player on the team. I just think it's going to be hard to build a case against that when, in my opinion, some of his biggest competition are going to be on tanking teams or won't have the opportunity to the level that he will. For example, Ace Bailey or Trey Johnson and a Dylan Harper may possibly not be starting by game one. So I think it's Flagg's award to lose.
Damn. Alrighty. So we have 3 flags. It's just me and Low left. Low, who is your rookie of the year?
I actually have Ace. I'm be honest with you. Personally speaking, I agree with what Johnny just said. I'm not that high on Cooper as a ball handler, someone who's like initiating anything really. I'm not too high on him, especially in the Western Conference. Defensively is where he's going to make his mark really felt, and I think defensively he is going to be so impactful early on, especially on that roster, that he probably is going to end up being a better player than Ace Bailey by the end of the rookie year. But I also just kind of know that a lot of these awards go in the vein of box score numbers, and I just believe, especially looking at what we just saw in preseason, some of the moments in Summer League, even if he's not consistently 30 minutes or a starter on the Utah Jazz, they don't really have anything else to look forward to outside of Ace Bailey buckets and then potentially Larry Markkinen trade rumors. Like, I don't know if we're going to be honest with ourselves. And Ace just looked amazing. He looked amazing in preseason. Like really, 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 really good in preseason. Like, he knew where he needed to be at, got to his spots, consistently knocking down jumpers. And, of course, he doesn't have all the other aspects to his game like Cooper does. I'm actually really impressed with Cooper's motor as an off-ball defender, someone who kind of roams around a little bit, plays in the passing lanes. He is amazing and excellent in transition. But on a team with a bunch of veterans, I kind of see Cooper's game early on being regulated to spots, not necessarily being featured as much as I believe Bailey is going to be featured early on. So I have Cooper. Ace Bailey winning rookie.
I thought I was going to be the only one. I have Ace Bailey as well. My reasoning for choosing him instead of Flagg is Will Hardy, I think, is going to put him in more spots to succeed offensively than Cooper Flagg will have in Dallas. I think Dallas is going to have a lot of defensive tilt. And I think because of that, there's going to be times where their offense can get really clanky. And I think for Flagg, trying to consistently figure that out as the next best ball handler outside of D Shitty, I don't know exactly how that's going to look like in the regular season. But I think by the end of the year, to Lowe's point, I think after all of those reps, I think the more valuable player is going to be Flagg. But in terms of winning the rookie of the year, box score matters the most. And I think his points are going to stand out a bit higher than Flagg's. This kind of goes back to, okay, this might be a reach, but like I would argue Ben Simmons and Donovan Mitchell, where they saw Donovan Mitchell on a team that was overall winning games and whatnot, and Ben Simmons just had the higher box scores at times, and they went with Ben Simmons. I think Ace Bailey's points might be able to carry more of the weight here, but hey, I could be wrong. I think Will Hardy's coaching offensively is going to be a really good thing for him. As long as he is not consistently self-creating, I think he'll be fine.
Ace Bailey and Darren Peterson going to feed families next year. I'm trying to tell y'all. Just watch.
Isaiah Collie going to get that man the ball.
He went a whole second half, basically didn't miss a shot at all against Houston.
That shit was crazy, man.
This nigga's crazy.
Yeah.
Ace is crazy, bro. It's kind of hard for me to like overlook what that man just did in preseason. It's
How much Ace Bailey have you watched?
in college?
Yeah.
Borderline none.
Okay. So mind you, you are going off of a few good preseason games. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I am saying he looked like Boo Boo in some of them summer league games. These are facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He has a good little preseason. You know what I'm saying? And now he's just going to be better than Coop.
I don't think he's going to be better. I'm saying that if you, the way in which you're going to hand out this award, like Cooper defensively, like even as great as he's going to be, I don't think that's going to be enough to tilt the card one way or another for voters because they just tend not to like vote defensively. And I watched all of Cooper's summer league games, even that game where he put up 30, bro. You watch that game, bro. It's just him throwing the ball out in transition, grabbing it, dunking it. He just line driving to the basket, dunking. Like it's him just like being physically more intimidating and dominant over a lot of people. That shit is not going to fly in the league, bro.
If he had more room to work with, maybe. Right, like,
and that's the other thing. They're gonna be running 4 or 5 lineups with him, with AD and
AD, Lively, and Coop. Yeah,
bro,
yeah.
like the spacing is gonna be terrible. And if you're telling me he's gonna have to have some on-ball reps at some point during the year until Kyrie comes back, it's just I feel like it's an amazing fit for him defensively. I just don't know how often I've ever seen someone win Rookie of the Year off of their defensive impact. It is normally how many points or assists you can record. And I personally, I am not so high on Coop that I think he's going to look like a better scorer or shooter than Ace Bailey. I just don't.
I think the other thing that helps Ace is like his role isn't really going to go anywhere but up. I think there's an argument to be made that after Kyrie comes back, what happens to Flag's role is kind of in the air, and his box score might try to suffer with transforming his role again. Ace is going to be like a main go-to play guy for them all the way throughout the year. And at worst, if he's very, very good at the end, he'll have even more time to do that. So I lean Ace because of that, but I do think Flag is probably going to be the better player.
Who was D Shitty that you were referring to, by the way, Gifted? Who was that?
Oh, that was D-Lo.
Okay. It's funny how I just find it funny, like the Laker fans get the tag of like, oh, he'll always complaining, and then like now it's D Shitty and have y'all seen the montages of Let Russ Be Russ?
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Hey, listen. Like we be right all along.
Hey, I'll be the first to tell you, bro. As soon as I saw this man say, I want to play like Derek White in Summer League, and I said, all right, I'm going to see exactly how this goes. And that was only a Summer League thing. I'm kind of off him. He's going to put up good numbers probably, but I don't really believe in him as like a high-end player impact-wise for me. So
Also, another thing I like about Ace is that he does a lot of things offensively that normally you only see out of vets. Like off ball. Like he's already like pulling defenders' arms and trying to swim around them. He's already putting his foot in between defenders' legs and kind of like swimming. He does a lot of like, and to be fair, Coop does a lot of things as well. He's a really, really good rebounder for his position. He always looks for the box out. I just feel like no one's not going to be looking for that in terms of Rookie of the Year voting. But they're both going to be, in my opinion, they're both going to be great.
Yeah. Is there like a third guy that like low key maybe like
VJ.
could be in the conversation?
Yeah, it's VJ.
VJ.
That's probably VJ.
Dylan Harper.
Or Dylan, yeah.
Oh, Dylan Harper's a good
Dylan
shot
Harper
too. I like Dylan Harper a lot.
I like Con and Sean. I like this draft class a lot. I like Con Knippel as well. So
Yeah, because you know they're gonna be shooting in Charlotte, and I think
Well, they run a Chat GPT offense in Charlotte, boy. They're gonna have shots after shot after shot fall for them. I agree.
he's gonna get a lot of opportunities in transition, just being the pull-up 3-point shooter that he is to like attack slanted defenses and like make plays out of like the mid-range or around the rim, and he'll be able to show his passing too, because I think that was really underrated while he was in college as well. So Khan is a really good shout though.
Fair. Well, let's get to the next award on the screen, and I'm going to zoom out and go to our first person, MVP. Who do we have as our MVP for 2026? Real talk, you started off here. Who do you have as your MVP?
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is my MVP.
This nigga hating.
I don't know how that's hating. I've been saying it. I've been on record saying it. I just think that OKC is going to win so many games. I think Shea's going to be playing at such a level. Me and Mars talked about this yesterday. Shea has missed 4 shots in preseason, 20 or 24. So he's going to have another incredible season. And so if OKC wins 65 plus games, I'm really looking at it to be like 68 to 71. If they can stay healthy, I'm anticipating them winning that many games. So if they win around 69 games and Shea is averaging 32, 7 and 6 or whatever the case may be on 65 true shooting, he's going to win the award yet again.
Yeah, I pretty much have the same thing. I just think it's going to be really hard to outplay the two guys that are probably going to be leading the MVP talks, plus having the team success, because I think the two guys that can play to the level won't have the team success in Giannis and Luka. So I went with SGA. If it were just up to who I think is probably going to have the best season, I would go with Giannis, just because I think if they play the right team around Giannis, which is spacers and 3-point shooters, and letting Giannis be the primary ball handler, I think he will be the best player in the NBA, or he will play the best. In that stretch without Damian Lillard, where they fully bought into that, he was averaging like 31, 13, and 9. And the Bucks were the best 3-point shooting team in the league because Giannis creates so many mismatches. He creates so many wide open threes. And I just think he'll probably play the best this year. But when you have Jokic and Shea, who are playing at the level that I assume that they will play at, and also have the team success, it's just going to be really hard to beat either one of their cases. So I went with SGA because I think he can average 30 again, and I think he can be very efficient as well, while the Thunder are probably going to be the favorites throughout the entire regular season. So I went with SGA.
All righty, John. Let's go to the other Laker fan in the building up here. Lo, who is your MVP this year?
Yeah, I'm in the same vein with SGA. Sadly enough, it's not even sad. I agree. Like, I don't think everybody else is going to even get enough wins to kind of compete. Maybe Giannis, just because of the team he's on, the responsibility he's going to have. I think he's going to be highly motivated to post up like ridiculous numbers. But to be fair, Jokic is also going to post up ridiculous numbers. Luka is also going to post up ridiculous numbers. And so I just don't know how all three of them are going to compete with Shea in that level of winning that they're going to do. Of course, with me, I think that either Giannis or Jokic are the two best players, and one of them should win it. But just knowing how the voting goes and just knowing how much they really predicate off of wins and losses, I think that OKC is the only team I confidently can say can win 65-plus games. And if you're winning 65-plus games and you're putting up MVP caliber numbers, which Shea is going to do, like historically speaking, you're going to win it every single time unless there's someone else in the league also putting up historically great numbers on a 65-plus win team. So, yeah, I definitely have Shea winning it.
All righty. Well, last two picks here. Mars, who's your MVP this year?
Going for a 4-peat. I've got SGA. I think he's really good. I think his team is really good. I think his numbers going to be really good. I think his advanced stats going to be really good. It's normally a recipe for being an MVP. Do I think OKC wins 68 games like they did last year? Maybe, maybe not. Do I think they win the most games in the NBA? Probably. And do I think Shea's case is going to be the same as it was last year? Yes. And I think Jokic's box score numbers are going to be lower this year. So that hurts his case. I think Giannis's team is not going to be good enough, so that hurts his case. And I think the Lakers team aren't going to be good enough, so that hurts Luka's case. And I don't think anyone else who may enter the conversation is just good enough. So I think Shea's going to win this award quite comfortably in the eyes of the voters.
Well, I seem to be the last person here, and I also have Shea. So we all pick Shea as our MVP. I think OKC, just off the strength of having Chet healthier, on paper, right, will definitely have a great chance to repeat the same success they had last year. I think the fact that is going to be like 4 different guys who are putting up like world breaker box scores, the difference is going to probably be the wins. And I just think if you're not able to be within 5 wins of what OKC is doing, I think the voters are going to probably lean Shea for a back-to-back year. So, yeah, I also have Shea.
How boring.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I didn't think everyone would have Shea because I believe Real Talk said that if the Lakers win 50 games, you got Luka still, right?
I said he should win it. That don't mean that he's going to win it. I said he should win it. Did you see that starting 5?
Yeah.
Respect to Luka, Austin Reeves.
Respect Gabe preseason?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
Dalton's falling off the face of the cliff. Rui still.
Yo, what's happening with
Dalton
Dalton,
just
man?
can't get his trade value up. He just can't.
Dalton trade value in the mud,
I
bro.
remember when Lowe said
That's in the
Dalton was a
mud.
decent defender. I remember when Lowe said that.
He became significantly worse. He's not even a decent shooter anymore.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
can't reach the ball no
ain't
more.
decent,
Can't
ain't
even do that
nothing no
boy
more.
good no more.
Damn.
Ah, it's bad.
You remember when we thought he was Klay Thompson? That was hilarious.
Man.
I remember y'all was saying that. Yeah.
I thought,
But
I
listen,
thought it was Duncan Robinson. Can't even get that.
he was good as a
Can you
rookie.
get that? Can you get that?
Nah. Oh, yes, he was the steal of the draft. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, hopefully he's able to be flipped to a better spot for his skill set, I guess. I don't know. But
You're playing
I ain't about to hate on
I ain't about to either. Moving on though. Clutch player of the year. I think this one is gonna probably be varying. John, who you got?
I have the Luka Doncic. I do think he's going to have to do a lot of backpacking, especially in the first month of the season, because again, LeBron was probably going to miss the first month of the season. It was reports saying he may not be back till mid-November. I think the Lakers are going to rely on a lot of what Luka is doing, and it's going to lead to a lot of close games. I don't know if you guys weigh heavy into what you guys saw in the last preseason game, but that those minutes without Luka on the floor did not look good at all. But with him on the floor, it looked decent, looked respectable, looked really good. And I think Luka's going to have to be in a lot of very close situations, going to involve a lot of shot making and very good creation for himself and others, to where if he don't win MVP, we're going to lead the season with something. So I'll take the clutch player of the year.
Is that where Luka FC is now?
Nah.
Clutch player of the year, man. That's our award, man.
I think he's going to be good enough to win the MVP. Do I think we're going to win the games to compare us to what the Thunder are doing? Probably not.
So
So,
about to have 2 MVPs and a Finals MVP, and Luka gonna be flexing.
hey,
clutch
chill.
player of the year?
Clutch player of the year. Oh man, those talks. All right, well, that is a interesting pick. Lo, who is your clutch player of the year?
I'm actually gonna go with Anthony Edwards. I think Ant working on his game. Ant working on his game as much as he has. He seems like he's very, very motivated. But from a scoring perspective, if what he did was true and he worked on that mid-range jump shot, that kind of just puts him in a position to where he's going to have a lot of counters for many other things. He's going to get after it. Minnesota is, a lot of teams in the Western Conference going to be in a lot of close games down the stretch, and I could see him kind of doing that. But aggressive scorer, going to go out there and get it. He's going to have the ball in his hands a little bit more, especially as Mike Conley gets older, no longer than Keel, waiting on Rob. And so just from a shot creator standpoint, he's going to be asked to do a lot, and I do mean a lot. So I can see how an improved jump shooter in the mid-range area, we saw him with a three-point shot last year. We already know he can get to the basket. In those regards, I can see him, pulling out a lot of games for them just because how well his arsenal has improved. If not him, then I got KD.
Okay. Interesting picks. Okay. Real talk, who's your clutch player of the year?
Number one, I want to tell John D that I just found out he's not real Luca FC because um, Luca in second halves.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna. Hey, I was gonna wait. I was gonna wait till you. I was gonna wait till y'all was done. I was gonna wait till y'all was done to say that. But
Don't bring that up, man. Now, if there was a first half award, we were
Woo!
that shit
He
running.
got that shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
I was actually thinking a couple different names, so I was thinking about the 23 winner of the award in De'Aaron Fox, right? I think he's a really good fourth quarter player. They'll be in some tight games because he's over there playing with Wemby, and I think there'll just be like some attention on him, newfound attention because he is playing with Wemby in San Antonio. And if he could contribute to them pulling out some wins and get them to like a play-in spot, I can see that narrative playing out for him as well as being great in the fourth quarter. Also considered your guy Gifted, who I'm pretty sure you're gonna pick, but Steph Curry is another one to always consider as far as like a Clutch Player of the Year award because he's really good in the fourth quarters. However, I landed on Jalen Brunson.
Okay.
I think Jalen Brunson is going to win the award. He's one of the best fourth quarter players in the league, and we can rely on his scoring prowess in the fourth quarter to shine through like he does in the regular season and the playoffs. And he always is amongst the league leaders in fourth quarter points. So I think if New York is good, they're one of the top teams in the East. Jalen Brunson can definitely win this award.
Interesting. All right. So you have Jalen Brunson. Let me write that down real quick. Mars, who is your Clutch Player of the Year?
Nikola Jokic. Last year he was second. Clutch Player of the Year award typically just is who scored the most points in the clutch, and he touches the ball more than damn near anyone in the NBA, and he scores really efficiently. I also think Denver are going to be in their fair share of close games, and I think Jokic posting up is one of the most unstoppable plays in the NBA. And because he's not going to win the MVP, let's award him with something. The Luka victory lap, I guess.
Okay.
So
Now,
you combine those two things, not winning the MVP, and he's going to be close to the top of the league in clutch points. I think that's probably enough to win the Clutch Player of the Year award.
All right. So, okay. Interesting pick there. For me, I thought about this award a ton, right? I asked myself, is it Steph this year? Because normally to get the award, you have to play in a good amount of clutch games. And it does come down to who scores the most points in the clutch pretty much. I think Brunson is a phenomenal shout. I do think the team is structured in a different way this year, so things could be slightly different. I have someone completely left field that won the award a couple of years ago. This team is not looked at to be a good team, but I'm pretty sure they'll find themselves in many clutch games. I'm going with DeMar DeRozan, specifically as a clutch time performer. Now, I know people don't like DeMar DeRozan. It sounds ugly, nasty, all that stuff. I hear all that. But at the end of the day, this Kings team is going to find themselves in many random spots. And guess who's going to get that rookie player on the third jab? It's going to be DeMar DeRozan. So I'm leaving DeMar this year for me.
So they're going to be 7-28 in the clutch, and DeMar DeRozan going to win the award.
No. They're going to be losing these games.
Yeah. I think they'll get blown out a couple of times. I think they can actually win clutch games. I do believe that. I just don't think the team's going to be that good.
Some.
Yeah, but
yes, definitely. Yeah.
I don't think Durant's a bad shot though. Like, I think they're a pretty good team, and he'll get the ball a lot down the stretch, I'm assuming. I know for a fact DeMar DeRozan is going to be the guy for them down the stretch, and he's won it before for less. So I don't know.
I don't know. The reason why I say Durant, because Durant is also going to get a lot of opportunities just off of like how good the team is defensively. They're going to put him in position to where even if they're having a bad night, they're able to just keep it close just off of defense.
Yeah, we know what you're doing, pal. know what you're saying.
First of all, I think
When Houston is in these close games late in the fourth,
okay.
and KD goes 1 for 5,
That ain't got nothing to do with me.
That don't got nothing to do with me, huh? Okay.
Real talk. See, real
Respect.
talk speaks in agendas. That's how you can see when other people are pushing them. So that's a talent. Right there.
Oh man, I'm gonna get that narrative spun. Oh wow, I'm even speaking about a narrative spin now. But
Look at you.
See,
I'm gonna get
he
that
speaks in
spun
agenda.
by midway
That's
through
funny.
next season. We're talking nothing but actual factuals.
Okay. We'll see.
Yeah. We'll see exactly how this shakes out. Let's move on to Coach of the Year, which normally goes to a team that everyone thinks is going to be trashed, and they're not trash. Oh, the coach deserves this. Who do we have as our Coach of the Year for 2026, John?
I think there are a couple of different candidates. I think David Adelman could be in the conversation. I think Quinn Snyder could be in the conversation. I'm going to go Quinn Snyder. Just because I think Atlanta could be potentially a top 10 offense and meddling around top 10 defense. I think maybe they could be in between that 10 to 14 range, and I think they'll be much better in the Eastern Conference than they have been the past few years. Obviously, we know they've been in and out of the play-in, to where I think they can be a secured maybe top 4 to 5 seed in the Eastern Conference. I think this might be Trae Young's best season, and this is the best roster Trae Young has had around them. So I think Quinn Snyder will really be able to show what he can do on the offensive side of the floor for the Atlanta Hawks, how they're going to be able to run in transition, run multiple different pick and roll actions, whether it's with KP popping or Jalen Johnson rolling to the basket. And I think Jalen Johnson is going to break out this season as well. I just do think there is more of a different type of threshold he can reach into as a player, especially if we can get a healthy season from him with his playmaking getting better and his overall scoring in the half court getting better while still being a really good transition player. And I wouldn't say he's a good catch and shoot 3-point shooter, but he's respectable enough. I think he shot maybe 36 or 37 on catch and shoot threes, which I think is pretty good. So I'm going to go Quinn Snyder.
Interesting pick. I think one of us has Atlanta going to the finals up here. So it's interesting. We'll see. Mars, who is your pick for Coach of the Year this season? Who do you think is going to win it?
Mark Daigneault. His team going to win like 70 games. We give him Coach of the Year. Yeah. It's either the surprise team like the Pistons or it's the team that wins the most games. And do I see many surprise teams? No, maybe the Blazers. But they didn't come from poverty. Do I see another team like the Cavs with Kenny Atkinson where it's his first year? No, I don't see Mike Brown winning the award. So I'm going with a team that I think is going to win the most games. And that's Mark Daigneault on OKC.
Okay. Let me write that down for you. So you said Mark D of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay. Real talk. Who is your Coach of the Year for this 2026 season?
Well, unfortunately, Morris just brought him up, but I'm going Chauncey Billups. I'm going Billups because I think the Blazers are going to shock a lot of people in this regular season. I have them making the playoffs due to their defensive prowess. So if they're going to make the playoffs in the West, and that aligns with what I'm saying, then Chauncey Billups is going to win the Coach of the Year award because they're going to be the surprise team. So,
okay, interesting. I think Billups is very surprising. I think he can. I'm wondering if he'll make it this year. We'll see. Low, who's your Coach of the Year?
I got Jamal Mosley. That's what I have. I think that kind of in a similar vein, maybe not enough people are familiar with how good this Orlando team is. So they may be surprised by them finishing the year off with 50-plus wins. Great defense. Now is going to have better offensive contributors. Hopefully Franz is going to have a better three-point shooting season or just shooting season than he did last year. And also, like, a big reason why they were a 500 ball club is because Franz and what's his name, missed a lot of games last year. So Paulo, they both missed a lot of games. So both of them healthy or at least playing around 65 plus games. Better offensive weaponry with Desmond Bane, who has the identity of playing on a defensive oriented team. Yeah, I think that this is going to be a roster that's probably going to reach 50 plus win games, maybe even a 55 win season the first time, I think, since the Dwight Howard era. Yeah,
Damn.
yeah, first time since the Dwight Howard era. I think that's going to be enough to kind of get him coach of the year.
All right. Well, I zagged on this a little bit. I think it's hard to win coach of the year back-to-back years. I also think that a lot of times it goes to a team that people just didn't have high expectations for, and I think a team that fits that criteria is the Boston Celtics. I have Joe Mazzulla. This Boston team is a team that a lot of people think are going to be pretty bad without Tatum. They are going with a different type of spread defense, and also like offensively, like how things are going to work are in question, but I think they're on pace to shoot a ton of threes this year. And I think if they're able to win when people think they are not going to, and maybe they get Tatum back, I doubt it, but just maybe. If they're still able to be a top 5 seed in the conference, I think he'll get a lot of respect from the voters and his peers. So I lean Joe Mazzulla.
I'm not mad at
They're a
it.
top 5 seed, then yeah, sure.
Yeah, if they are a top 5
Yeah.
seed, then we're good.
That's interesting
Nets
stuff.
are a top 5 seed. I got Jordy Fernandez.
Yo, he's a good coach. He's a good coach. I like Jordan
He is.
Fernandez too. Yeah. Well, this is our
Dang,
list
that's
thus
not
far.
the same probability.
It's not, but it's cool. Last but not least on the awards, before we get into all NBA talks, most improved player of this season. There's actually a lot of good candidates for this award. Mars, who is your pick to win most improved this year?
They're setting it up for it to be Amen Thompson.
They are, aren't they? I was going to say that.
So I think it's going to be him or someone else who I think is going to get picked. So I'm not going to say his name to spoil it. So I'm going to say, yeah, Amen Thompson. I think we saw it when he got inserted into the starting lineup last year. I think he's primed to improve his averages. Last year, he averaged about 14. I think he's primed to average about 17, 18, about 8, 9 rebounds, 4 or 5 assists, up from wherever he averaged last year. Also being one of the best defenders in the NBA. I think the NBA media have all been primed to set up Amen Thompson as the next one up and coming, and I think this is probably how they're going to announce his coming out as the most improved player.
Not a bad pick, honestly. He is a name that is definitely floating out there. Real talk, who do you got this year?
Keeps stealing all my people, but yeah, I'm in Thompson. I have him winning the award, putting the ball in his hands this year, and that's going to lead to a lot of turnovers, but also a lot of action for him to produce some box score numbers. He already has like the good PR around his defensive play. Now there are some people around here that's trying to change that PR and swear up and down that his brother is better, but we shall not be moved by those agenda pushers. I mean,
No, sir. Give me a sword, man. Give me a sword, man. You know?
no. And with the playmaking and passing duties that he'll have this year, he'll get the award because he already kind of has that push behind him.
Well, to be different, I'm going to go with Chet Holmgren. I think this is going to be
Okay.
I think this is going to be a full season of Chet Holmgren being a top 3 defensive player on the planet. Some real offensive improvement. Now, do I think he's going to get to the level that I think he can? No, but I do think there's going to be some real improvement from him. And I think it's going to be a year where you can see him in some all-star conversations. You can seriously see him in some defensive player of the year conversations. And just having a full season to where he can play maybe 65 to 70 games after missing majority of the season last year and his initial rookie year not being able to play. I think this is going to be a real kind of like what you guys said, coming out party for Chet Holmgren and how good he can actually be, because I still think there's a avenue to where Chet could be one of the better or one of the best players on the planet. So I think Chet Holmgren is going to have a massive improvement this season. So I'm gonna go with Chet Holmgren.
I love that pick, John. Love that pick. I think he's going to have a pretty good season. Last two picks are me and Low. Low, who you got this year for your most improved player?
I went back and forth on a few names. Jaden Ivey was the one that I was like really heavy leaning into.
Yeah, man.
A really, really good season this upcoming year.
That was my pick last year, but
He just got hurt, sadly.
he got hurt. But then I just realized, looking at it now, 3 days ago, the report is that Jaden Ivey he's going to miss 4 weeks after knee surgery. So there's that.
Yeah.
I'm still fine on that pick. The other one I had was also Chet. I think Chet is just like in prime position right now this upcoming season to have a breakout year. I think that he could join a lot of players in the NBA right now who are giving you 20-plus points a game while also being in very real considerations to be the second best defender in the league as well, because obviously the first is Wemby. And so if you're able to pair a 20-point-per-game scorer with someone who can be arguably in, best in the league defensive talks, solid improver, rebounder, hopefully improve the shot creator as well. So I agree with John D there. But my original pick was going to be Jaden. I just hope that he's just healthy and available. But if Jaden can play, I can see a legit 22, 24 point per game scorer who's going to be fringe all-star, if not make an all-star appearance this year, because of how much the Pistons are set to improve. So that's what
Yeah, Jaden Ivey actually made it to my final four. The guy that I'm going to pick narrowly, but there is a guy I'm not going to pick that I'm really high on, but I just don't know if he'll get it. My player that I'm picking is Benedict Mathurin. I think he's in a spot where many guys are hurt. He only took 3 shots during his last year. He's going to get way more shots up, and he's a starter. This is his chance to really up his stock in the league, and I think he has everything pointing towards that. His coach is going to be actually using him more in the offense, and I just think he has that spark. And this Pacers team, without Tyrese Halliburton, a lot of people are also thinking that they're also going to be a bad team. So I think he has the chance. I really do. Plus, I'm pretty sure he's played 3 years in the NBA. Normally, in like your 4th or 5th year, those are the guys that win the actual, thing. So I'm leaning towards him. My second guy that I'm not picking, but I really think he has a good chance, is probably Derek White. I think Derek White is in a phenomenal position, honestly. A lot of people think that he's already a very high impact player. If he's able to improve his overall counting stats as well as them surprisingly win ball games, I think he's going to be a very good candidate too. But I have Benedict Mathurin of the Indiana Pacers.
A couple of names I came across while picking. I think Benedict Mathurin is a good pick. With his like slashing and ability to get to the free throw line, especially what he showcased in the playoffs and in the finals particularly. I think that's a really good pick. I don't think he's going to win it, but I do think Matas Buzelis is going to have a better season. I do think Trey Murphy, he really improved like majority last year, but I think he'll have the games played this season to show the ball handling and the shooting and maybe the improvement on the defensive side of the floor. I think he's going to have a really good case as well. And I don't think people are talking about how much better I think Sengun is going to be either. I think they're kind of going away from the heavy isolation in the post and him being able to just do like quick hits and have more dribble handoff opportunities. And I think he can have, he has really good synergy with Amen Thompson. And I think it kind of fits effortlessly between him and Kevin Durant and potentially Reed Shepherd, the better he gets throughout the season. So I think Sengun is going to be really good this season as well, but I just don't think he will win it because he was like already an all-star last year. Even though some people may not think he was an all-star, I think it's just hard for already previous all-stars to win most improved player unless there's some like significant jump. So those are some guys I had just in the back of my head.
Also, I just want to throw a shout to Andrew Nembhard because that's also somebody that I've been
a good shout too. Yeah.
Andrew Nembhard just has now the newfound opportunity to run point guard, obviously with Tyrese being out. And if Indiana can, surprise some and still be a really good regular season team, I do think that he has a great opportunity to win the award.
Also,
A player that
I highly doubt Bucelis is
go
going
ahead.
to win it. I don't know. I mean, he was a rookie last year, so I highly doubt. But I do think he's going to improve, though.
Before I forget, who is your guy?
I'm gonna stick with Jay Ivey. I'm gonna stick with Jay Ivey.
Oh, okay, bet, cool. The guy that I want to give a shout that is not going to win because stars normally don't win it. There's an outside chance Wemby is the most improved. Really, he was a player that I thought about, but I don't think he's going to actually win the award.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that either.
All right, so we've made it to the last thing before the last thing. NBA Finals matchup this season. Okay, now let's go full screen with this one. All right. Lo, who do you have in the NBA Finals for the 2026 season? We're going active speaker for this one.
Oh, I thought you had it on you. I have OKC versus the Orlando Magic.
Come on!
Still in my whole Orlando.
OKC versus Orlando. I'm not gonna lie, man. I think we all kind of know that the Eastern Conference is the quote unquote Eastern Conference. It's the conference that isn't really going to be really competing at the highest of levels. But I think if I had to ask and gauge who has the highest ceiling amongst all the teams in the East, bro, Orlando is able to consistently churn out top 2 to top 3 defenses pretty consistently, and where they look like offensively can be very, very formidable, especially with Desmond Bane now on the roster. If we continue to improve Paolo and in Franz, I think that they are just quite literally a healthy quality season away from really contending and competing at a high level. Defensively alone, they're going to keep themselves in a lot of series. They gave a lot of troubles and fits to Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum when, they were having their back and forth for the better part of the last 2 to 3 years. I'm just probably higher than most, especially because of Franz. So I'm going to give it to them. But New York isn't that crazy, and I am going to still die on the Atlanta hill. Trae Young, he gets hot. I think it's going to be really, really hard to kind of stop them, but I'm gonna go to Orlando. I'm gonna go Orlando and OKC. If you need me to pick the winner too,
I think we know.
You muted again.
You're muted.
I
You're
think we
muted.
know.
Yo, I be doing it. I be doing this a lot out of respect. My fault. But yeah, we might as well do the winner too. Why not?
yeah, my winners OKC and 5.
Yeah, it wouldn't be close,
Okay.
but it would be nice to see him.
Yeah.
Well, that removes Paolo from any potential MJ talks because he'll be
That's a fact.
0-1 in the finals. So.
Okay.
And meanwhile, Shea will continue to have MJ talks.
But no, Shea went to Game 7, so he's our MJ talks too. So
You know what? Yeah, true. Yeah,
He
true.
will officially be better than Kobe though if he goes back to back. I hope y'all know.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I'm gonna be fighting my life. I'm gonna be fighting.
Yo,
my life.
listen. Yo, the best comp is gonna be like, your man won his first 2 with Shaq. I did it by myself, Dolly. Like that's
I'm telling you,
they're gonna be
long
cooking. I'm gonna be there. That's gonna be my one.
All right,
I'm gonna be
let
there.
me start putting the numbers
Also
together
Harden
now.
talks, they're done. Harden.
Oh yeah, they're done. It's gonna be
They
tough,
should've
man.
been done. Yeah, they should have been done. I mean, I just seen the playoffs, so it's cool. Let's say.
All right. John, who do you have this year going to the NBA Finals, and who do you have winning the NBA Finals?
As much as I love the Orlando pick, I have OKC and Cleveland. I think Cleveland, their ability to have a pick and roll ball handler and roll man on the floor at all times is very valuable to me. You still have DeAndre Hunter, you still have Max Strus, you bring in Lonzo Ball, who I think is going to be very impactful in the postseason, and then you have OKC. I think OKC is the best team in the West. I think they're comfortably the best team in the West, and I see them getting to the NBA Finals. I would say I still have OKC beating Cleveland in 6 games, though.
Games. So John, I want to ask you this, right?
Mm-hmm.
How much do you believe in this Cavs team? Like all the way through. Like what makes it different for you this year for them?
I think it's just health And I do think they have a really good combination of offense and defense with the versatility they can use with Evan Mobley and Lonzo Ball and DeAndre Hunter. And I just think that with my second and third team, which is Orlando and New York, I think there are two really big liabilities for both teams that Cleveland can exploit. I think the paint can get very packed against Orlando, and they can dare guys to make shots, especially when Desmond Bane isn't on the floor. As for New York, I think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland can pick apart Karl Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson to where I think the Cavs could make it to the NBA Finals. I don't think they're as favorited as like OKC is in the West. I do think there is avenues to beating this Cleveland team, but I think the best, if healthy, because that is still something that you have to throw in because Cleveland have not been healthy the past few seasons. But I think fully healthy, I do think Cleveland has the talents to make it to the NBA Finals.
Okay. Mars, who you got going to the finals and who you got winning the finals?
Don't do it, bro.
You guys are boring. That's all I know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with some real hoops. I seen 19 minutes. That's all I needed to see.
Oh.
So we're going with the center matchup of dreams. We're going with Denver versus Philly.
This is such
Let's
an
start
unserious.
this.
No, it's
Okay.
an unserious
Yeah,
pick. It's an unserious pick.
Denver were right there.
Matter of fact,
with
put him
OKC.
on the big screen so you can record this nonsense he's saying.
I'll go on the
Y'all
big screen.
record
That's
me.
fine.
This
Let's go.
nonsense he recording.
Philly better than Orlando, but that's besides the point. So anyway, as we know, Denver went to a game 7 with OKC last year, and they were banged up, obviously dealing with MPJ with one shoulder, Aaron Gordon dealing with a hamstring injury. They've now improved their roster from top to bottom, added some more depth. Jokic is going to have a really good season. Once again, Jamal Murray looks like he's going into prime form. Looked amazing in the preseason. Cam Johnson is going to be huge for them. I think the Denver side of this equation is fair enough. The side that seems to get people a bit emotional is the Philadelphia 76ers. I think they have the best player in the conference, so that's a great place to start. So having the best player in the conference, he looks healthy. He's going to be there opening night. You got one of the most dominant scorers in NBA history, a great two-way player. You surrounded him with some wings who can play some defense, whether that be Paul George, Quentin Grimes, VJ Edgecombe has the physical tools to be a really good defender. They look like they're going to be experimenting with some double big lineups that look very intriguing, having a lot of rim protection, rebounding, outside scoring. Tyrese Maxey being one of the best shooters in the league, playing off of Joel Embiid at a high level is very similar to the dynamic between Jamal Murray and Jokic. I think Paul George is getting grossly underrated because he had a poor offensive season last year, but his shooting ability is going to be much needed for this Philly team. You add some veteran experience of guys like Kyle Lowry. Nick Nurse is a championship coach who has proven that he can make amazing adjustments defensively within series. And I think when you look at the state of this Eastern Conference, no Boston Celtics, no Indiana Pacers, the East is wide open. And I look at a team like Cleveland, I can assure you, Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley cannot guard Joel Embiid. I promise you that. I look at this Orlando team, I can assure you that team cannot shoot the basket. This whole conference is flawed. And I look at this. I look at the conference from top to bottom. I'm a bet on the best player in the conference. I got Philly, Denver, and Philly in that series. It can go either way, but I'm gonna go Philly in 6.
Philadelphia in 6 over the Nuggets. I do want to say, if we finally get Joel Embiid versus Jokic in the finals, that would be a phenomenal finals. I will
You
say.
know how much people are going to be like pushing Joel Embiid up the
Oh, the
all-time
prop is
ranking?
gonna be.
It's
The prop gonna be crazy.
insane.
It'll be crazier than what happened with Dirk. Like it'll be that, but like tenfold.
It would be. It would be.
If
Yeah.
we do get it in B, Jokic,
That would be so peak,
It
bro.
would be great, but I don't think none of us believe that Embiid is going to be healthy enough to finish a whole postseason run.
Yeah, I mean,
Ah,
we're in dream world right now, obviously.
Yeah, we
I
are
know.
in dream world. We're in very much dream world.
He's in the best shape he's ever been in.
Yeah. I mean, that I don't think that's going to stop him from getting hurt in midway through a postseason run. But yeah,
Guys preying on Embiid's injuries, by the way. Here,
we're not praying.
We're not
We've
praying on
seen it. We've
anything.
literally seen it. We've seen it over and over and over again.
so he might as well just retire then. Okay, cool.
No, just because you don't win the championship, doesn't mean you got to retire.
Nah, if he just never gonna be healthy, might as well just retire. Sound like Stephen A. Smith. It's cool.
Oh man,
That was good. That was good. Real
Shout out
talk.
Stephen A. Smith, man. Just saying one stupid thing after the next.
Yeah, he
Appreciate
be balling that
Yeah,
shit
he
up every
been
offseason, man.
on a tear.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So far.
real talk.
So real talk, you said Lowe stole your thunder. Is that the case? Do you have the same matchup in the finals, or did you change it?
Well, I've been having this Orlando to the finals ever since Desmond Bain got traded over there. I'm definitely a
You
believer
have.
in Orlando for the same reasons. They've been in elite defense for quite some time. They added some offensive pop in Desmond Bain, somebody who can also handle the ball and pick and roll. Also getting Jalen Suggs back. For me, I think they need to play fast. I've also discussed this as well. They need to play fast because they have a multitude of ball handlers and people that can make decisions and pass the ball and attack off the dribble. So that's the one thing I need to see from their head coach, but I don't know if he'll make that adjustment or not. Time will tell. As far as the West, though, I'll throw a little monkey wrench in here. I'll say the Clippers make it out the West. So I have
no. Because the reason why you put me on a big screen because you thought I was gonna say Atlanta. You thought that was crazy.
Yeah, I did. He was gonna say Atlanta. I did.
Clippers.
And try and hide that this isn't because of an agenda. But go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Try. I want you to try.
I'm gonna
Kawhi. Yeah. Go ahead and do it.
Now when they don't make it.
I think that the Clippers from top to bottom are a complete roster. They don't really have a hole in their roster. They have shooting, they have defense, they have rim protection, they have perimeter defense as well. They have great scores. They have spacers, so I don't really see what's the problem. And again, they got better this offseason. You know, they got a backup point guard, right? They got a backup center this year in Brook Lopez who can still defend the rim and hit a three. And so I think in a playoff setting, they are equipped now to try to contend even better with Nikola Jokic, because if you all remember when Zubac went to the bench, they were playing guys like Ben Simmons and the such. So they'll probably be better as far as the bench unit in the playoffs. And if they can stay healthy, I do see them as the most balanced and well-rounded attack in the NBA. Defense, offense, playmaking, passing, shooting, rebounding, defending. Shout out to the Clippers. So they are my pick, not only to get to the finals, but I see them beating Orlando in the finals and winning.
Oh, okay. Okay, we have a J. Okay, nice.
More balance than OKC.
I like it.
Where's the James Harden for Shea?
What do you mean, J-Dog?
He's as good as James Harden on offense.
Oh, you just saying player.
I'm saying
he might be.
Yeah.
Where's
He
the
might be
defense? He might take that leap, man.
On offense?
She might, man. He might. Nigga, you talking about the Clippers? I guess everybody's living. J-Dog gonna take the Harden leap offensively. Chet about to be as good as Kevin Garnett.
But why are you acting like the Clippers aren't good?
I'm gonna be
they're
honest.
more well-rounded.
They are
I
good.
really believe the Clippers making the finals is more realistic than Orlando, in my opinion.
I can agree with that.
Like chat. Make sure y'all record this shit, boy. I'll tell you.
Philly
right
I'm just
making the
asking.
finals way
Is it not more likely that, like, I could buy that. I could buy that.
You guys jumping on this Orlando train. I just don't see the vision, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's all right. We'll remember this in June.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
When Orlando's in the finals,
Paulo gonna be averaging.
When
Paulo
Orlando's in the finals, I'm gonna be
number.
like, whoops. Like, okay. What do you want me to do about that? Like, go there.
All right. Well, I got to give my pick now. I have Oklahoma City coming out the West. I had them last year, and it became very close because they didn't know how to respond to a zone. But hey, I think that this year OKC is in a better position because I feel like a lot of their players are going to be able to develop better. it's year 2 for them and they're still younger. Also, I think Shea can still continue to ascend. And I think they're just the most packed team in the Western Conference. So I have them coming out of the West. The East is a clusterfuck. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Everything in me says it's the Cavs, but whenever I watch the Cavs, I don't trust them like consistently. I think Jarrett Allen is a fraud. I think he's been a fraud for several years now, especially in the playoffs when it comes to being a consistent person and being physical. I'll never forget against the Knicks what I saw Mitchell Robinson do to this man. I think Lonzo Ball could be a difference, but I don't know if I want to bank on him being healthy enough for this roster come postseason time. I don't like Orlando first year going all that far for me either. The Hawks are a very interesting team. I do have to say, they are a team that has the best depth and defense around Trae Young, but then down the stretch, who's going to be the second option go-to? So yeah, I don't know. I think realistically, banking on any of these teams is just harder for me. But I got to pick a team. So I'm going with Atlanta. I think Atlanta is going to the NBA Finals. I will say this, my only pivot, if the Sixers are healthy, they're going all the way. I don't believe in them being healthy. I can't bank on it, so I'm not going to go them. But if the Sixers are healthy, I'm pivoting, and I have no shame in it at all. I will be on that train. But I'm going Atlanta. I do think Trae Young is in shape for one of his best overall seasons. I also think that he is in a contract year. I think they have a lot of good defensive pieces around him to help hide him a little bit better. So I like Atlanta this season, and I think that they can go to the final. So I'm going Atlanta this year.
Who else is initiating?
Don't
offense when that
Atlanta have
Atlanta
the
team
same?
gifted?
But don't Atlanta have the same injury issues as Philly?
On the high end? No.
Well, Kristaps Porzingis and
Porzingis.
Jalen Johnson, both injury prone.
Why is Jalen Johnson injury prone so early in his career, though? Like I
Ask
don't
him.
understand.
How am I meant to know? I don't know.
I'm not banking on him being hurt this year for me. I think he'll be okay. I do. I think Embiid has more of a injury history. I think Paul George also has more of a injury history. And I think those two players are more impactful than those two individual role players to me.
Well, they've been around longer, so they just have more history. But
Yeah.
it's cool.
And
It's cool.
he
You
is
can be
still
a fan of
carving out
it.
his own history, you know?
You,
So yeah.
we'll just add you to the list of haters. It's cool.
Listen, I will say this though, Mars. The final matchup I want the most is what you said. Denver versus Philadelphia in the finals would be
Exactly. The rest
peak.
of you
Low,
guys
low,
are
don't
just
do that. Low, don't do that. You low,
not
low,
being
low,
slow.
low.
We're not being-
You
we're
know
not
you want to watch that though, low. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
I
You don't want to see that?
I can
Boring
see
as hell.
Denver. I
Yeah,
can see Denver
the
getting
rest
to
of
the
you guys
finals.
boring as hell.
I'm just asking, low. Do you want to see that? Is all I'm asking you.
Yes,
Do you want to
I
see
would-
that happen?
I would love to see it.
Okay.
I
That's
want to
all.
see. I want to see him beat healthy. Period. But do I think it's
Yeah.
gonna happen? No.
Probably not. Yeah.
I mean, he's very clearly going to be healthy. Like, it's just obvious. But
Very clearly. Wow. Okay. Wow. very clearly going to be healthy. But Joel Embiid is just a crazy fucking take.
I mean, he got his arthroscopic surgery. He got 7 months recovery time. He's very obviously going to be healthy. Drop weight. Like, he's obviously going to be healthy. But it's cool. Like, you guys can just doubt reality. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, go ahead.
The last time you were very clearly sure about something, it was Jalen Green being as good as Michael Jordan.
He was also going to be my most improved pick, but I'm just keeping expectations low for Jalen Green right now.
True.
So
I feel that. Yeah.
when he's averaging 25 on this 31 win Suns team, I will be
Nah.
loud. I will be here.
I need Malawak to get real minutes, man.
Here we go.
I like him the most on that team. Some of my favorite players, dude. I hope he gets I'm assuming Mark Williams gets traded because he probably gets hurt again. I don't really like Nick Richards that much. If Malawak can really get the minutes, I'm moved. I think the Suns are very interesting. Is Jalen Green going to be real? I don't know. I don't know what we'll see.
Of course he's going to be real. You guys can keep doubting. All right, cool. Just watch the season, man. Watch the season.
I'm not doubting. I generally want to know what's going to happen because I can't bank on that player. But we'll see what happens. Now, on to the next part of the list, and this is going to be the interesting part. We are now doing our all NBA picks. That's right. Who we have to represent all NBA teams for this upcoming season. We'll start with the first team selections. Who do we have?
Can we put the 3 on that? Can I agree 4? That are automatic? Can we agree?
Who
I
are the
think
four
we-
automatics?
Shea,
I think,
Giannis,
yeah.
Jokic, and Luka. Can we all agree that those four are going on the All-NBA list?
I think those four will be automatics. Yes.
Okay, there
Yes.
we go. Okay, cool. My fifth pick is Victor. That's my
Same here.
Real
So
talk?
I'm going with Victor Wembanyama.
Low?
I got Vic too as my fifth.
No, of course you do. Boring.
He got
Who you got?
The Kawhi.
I dare you to put. I'm not gonna be able to
Kawhi?
take you serious.
Kawhi? Okay.
No, not Kawhi. Victor's such an easy pick.
It was OKC, but you picked them. So.
Mm.
I picked the Clippers.
Oh, you know what? My bad. My
Yeah.
bad. I forgot about your agenda. My fault.
Yeah.
He did
Hey,
pick the
you might
Clippers,
as well
yes.
see it all the way through, my boy.
Yeah, hell no. I am.
Might as well double up, man.
My fifth player.
And
Yeah.
yeah, it was
It's a good pick. He's like the first name on my second team.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Interesting. I also had Wemby. I was very hesitant because of games, but I generally think that I'm willing to say that the blood clots were a thing he's been able to progress past. I think stats wise, he's into to have a good season. I think Fox missing for the beginning of the year is going to really aid him in putting up a lot of stats and also just like having the ball in his hands more, which should inflate like how good he looks. So I think Wemby has a good shot. Also, to be fair, before he got hurt last year, he was a first team guy before he went down, in my opinion, at least. So if he played 65 games, I'm leaning Wemby too.
Don't tell Chill that.
Oh man.
Better than Chill.
Oh shit.
Man, y'all gonna say, hey man.
Hell, when Chill, when
Hey, man,
Chill
respect,
said-
bro,
when
respect,
Chill
respect.
When Chill said, "What's the player that made you fall in love with basketball?" And this nigga
Hey man, shout out to Chill, man.
Mm.
That's my guy for real, man. That's my guy.
Doc is hilarious, man.
All right. I am typing in Wemby here for the first team, and then we're gonna move on to the second team. Oh, sorry about that. Give me 1 second.
There is an account. There are now like 3 or 4 accounts via YouTube that follow me everywhere now and say the same thing every single time.
Is
It's
that
crazy.
one right there in the chat?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm,
Hmm. Yeah.
interesting.
Oh.
interesting. Yeah, I see. That looks like a copied and put.
I'm not gonna lie. He
All right,
make
we're
a
good.
good point.
That's
A
not
good
They
point.
follow you around, but he making a really good point. In my humble opinion.
I got Mobley making first team all pro this shit. Hey man.
He does make a fair point, real talk. I'll be honest with you. I mean,
You can say it's not fair, but that doesn't mean that it's actually not fair.
Hold on, let me see what he said. Hold on,
nigga
'cause
say, I'm right here.
I'm right here.
Giannis is better than
Yeah,
Jokic.
give-
I value
KP and Bong fanboy in the YouTube shit.
Game flaw, logic, and real talk. By the way, doesn't know anything and not consistent.
I agree with him. I ain't gonna lie.
No facts.
That's why you getting fried in them comments on the Jokic and Giannis video. Yeah.
Fact. You know what's funny about that though? People are in that conversation like, real talk, just cutting off swipe. Like, did y'all not watch the beginning of the video? Did y'all not watch when I was trying to talk and I was getting cut off every 3 words? Y'all just ignored that, huh? But that's fine. It's cool.
People do choose interesting bits to ignore when they have a full piece in front of them, but you know, I'll leave that alone for now. All right, second teams. John, enlighten us on who you have on your second team for 2026.
My all NBA second team is Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson, Kevin Durant, and Anthony Davis.
Oh, I said
Yeah.
him. You said
I
who
like
said
my
it again?
team. Anthony Edwards, well, Steph, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Anthony Davis, and KD.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think Kevin Durant's going to have a great season, especially as a half-court scorer for Houston. I think Anthony Davis is going to have a really good season with Dallas. I think with a full season in Dallas, if he does play the games, because I was this close to not putting him on. But I think if he plays the games, he's going to be impactful, especially if Dallas looks better than expected while Kyrie is out and Anthony Davis is averaging a 24, 25 point per game season. I think he'll be able to make the All-NBA team. Jalen Brunson, and I think is kind of self-explanatory with the level they've been playing at over the past few seasons, especially Anthony Edwards. I think he may have some action at the first team, depending on how he plays throughout the season. And then Steph Curry, I think, is going to have a much better or a more consistent offensive season this year than last year, given that he doesn't have the as big of a load as he did over the first half of the regular season.
His load shrunk.
Offensive load over this season, yeah. With Jimmy Butler, yeah, I think so.
Because at first he was catching big loads.
No, I don't know about all that.
He's getting big loads.
Breathing so hard.
Oh shit! My bad. I got asthma, bro. Chill. I didn't know the mic actually picked that up. My fault.
Nah, it sounded crazy. You talking about big loads too, and you was just heavy.
That's a crazy clip. I'm good. You know, I'm just getting water.
Okay, because Jesus Christ, that was crazy.
How bad that sounded. Somebody
He just came back on the mic.
I'm a clip the last 3 minutes so I can see what that sounded like. Okay. But already, so John, you said you had Ant, you had Brunson, Curry. Who else did you have?
KD and Anthony Davis.
Okay. Oh, AD. Okay. Word up, I'm not mad. Who do you got, Mars, for this upcoming season?
Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry.
What are y'all laughing so?
I don't know what's saying.
What is it, bro?
Oh shit!
Everyone got that laughter out.
Sorry, say it.
Anthony Edwards, Donovan Mitchell, Steph Curry.
Oh, that's the laugh. Okay.
Yeah,
Got
I
it
don't know
now.
what's funny.
Donovan Mitchell's a laugh.
I guess. Damn, the league sucks.
The league sucks.
Paolo and Kevin Durant.
How is that possible, Chad?
Okay, wait.
No way.
Hang on.
No
Let's remix.
What's impossible?
How the fuck are you going to try to convince us that Embiid is going to be healthy enough to go in a deep postseason run, but he's not going to make a second team All-NBA selection?
Because he's not going to.
Because they go save him. They go save him. They go save him for the postseason. They go save him.
Let me explain simple logic. Because
Okay.
Philly have 16 back-to-backs. He's not playing in one of them, which means at most he can play 66 games. And you have lost your mind if you think he's going to play in every other possible available game. I'm aware
That's a
of the
fact.
fact that I think Joel Embiid will be available in the playoffs. That does not mean I think he's going to play 65 of the 66 games he's actually eligible to play in. I know that's not going to happen because no one in the NBA plays all but one of the games they're eligible to play in. So that's why he's not going to make an All-NBA team. Same reason I didn't pick Anthony Davis, because they're not going to play 65 games. So shut up.
Damn.
You low-key fried you a little bit. I can't lie.
Yeah,
KD
I
not
thought this
playing
through.
65,
Yeah,
man.
I thought this through. And the reason I went with Donovan Mitchell is because the media think he is the 8th best player in the world. They think he's a top 10 player on the planet. So whether or not I agree with them is besides the point. Cleveland are going to be the number 1 seed in the East, and they think he's the best player on the team. Therefore, second team All-NBA. Makes perfect sense. So, yeah, don't know what's funny about that. Shuts up again.
That's a chill.
Yeah.
That was funny.
That's a chill.
That was funny. That was funny as hell. It was. All right, so you said you had Paolo, KD, Mitchell. Who were the other two?
Ant and Steph.
Oh, and Steph. Okay. Bet it up. John, I'll ask you yours in a minute after this. I'm writing these down now. Real talk, who is your all NBA team for this upcoming season? Who you got?
Well, this is the second team, right?
Uh-huh. Yep.
All right. So I had Ant on my first team. So I'm gonna go Wemby on my second. Check.
Okay, got you.
I'm gonna go Cade
I forgot Cade
on my
exists.
second team.
You did. You did.
Hey, can I pack Paolo up right quick?
Uh-huh.
No.
Put him on third team. Put him on third team.
Gifted, I can pack Paolo up right quick.
Put him on third.
He forgot about Cade though. Is that not fair? He
forget about Trae Young
forgot a
every
player
year. They
existed.
forget about Trae Young every year.
They do forget about Trae Young every year, but hey, listen, I'm fine to let Mars do it under the circumstance that you completely forgot a player. Period. So
Actually, you know what? Take Kevin Durant off and put Cade. KD not playing 65.
oh,
Yeah, KD
take KD off for Cade. Okay. All right. Okay. All right, so now you have Paolo, Cade, Mitchell, and Steph. You have Wemby and Cade so far, real talk.
Yeah, I got Wemby and Cade. Give me AD.
Yeah.
We're not going to listen to that fat British man. We're playing over 65 games.
Good choice. Yeah, I mean, shit. But
Fact. So we got Wemby, we got Cade, we got AD. We're also going to go Evan Mobley.
Okay.
I did want to take somebody off to Cleveland, but I think if Evan jumps up to like 22, 23 per game, and
They're respected more? Yeah.
They're respected more. They're respected more. They're respected more. Right? And then to close it out.
it's going. I know he's gonna say.
I know this gimmick, bro.
I know you're gonna say too. I know you about to say too.
I know this gimmick. Yes.
Nigga, you might as well say it.
No, it's not Kawhi. No, it's not Kawhi.
Because you're not playing 65, right?
Yeah, he's not playing 65.
Okay.
There's going to be a player that has to play 65 if their team wants to be good, and I think he's going to put up the numbers. Give me Steph Curry.
Oh, okay.
This nigga is a hater. This nigga is biting his tongue not to say stuff.
He want to say that. He want to say that shit for real. Respect. You know, that's cool. Low down. Who is your top 5 for the second team? Who you got, man?
I have Ant.
Okay.
I have Brunson. I have Cade. I didn't forget Cade. I have AD. I think AD is gonna end up doing it. And I also have Paolo.
So you said Ant, Cade, Brunson, and who?
Wow.
I said Ant, Cade, Paolo, AD, Brunson.
So Ant, Cade, Paolo, Brunson, AD.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Shout out to Paolo, man. I think he gonna. I think this is you, man.
Shout out to the Laker brotherhood, all having AD second team.
Yeah,
absolutely. We ain't trying to hear this nigga. Man, put your face down, nigga.
Salute. Once a Laker champion, always a Laker.
John, one more time. Who do you got just to make sure that I have it correct here?
I have Ant, Anthony Davis, Steph Curry, Jalen Brunson, and Kevin Durant.
Curry, KD. So I have Ant, AD, Curry, KD, and Brunson. You said, right?
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, now here is gifted second team. Let me look at my notepad here. I had Anthony Edwards. I had Evan Mobley. I think, yes, a lot of the voters are leaning towards Mitchell, but I think if Mobley just simply averages more points, plus at the beginning of the season, because there's no Darius Garland, Evan Mobley is going to have an increased role, and I think he's going to be looking really, really good. I think he's going to be able to steal those votes better. So I have him this year. I have Steph, Cade, and my last pick is Kevin Durant. I think KD is going to be able to reach 65 games this year. I think putting better defensive depth and tall people around him is going to help him play more of the games. His offensive load is going to still be high, but I just like the size they have around him to less strain him. So I think he'll make it. And if he does, I think this is probably maybe one of the last elite offensive seasons for KD before he retires, and I think that matters. So I'm going with KD here.
I hope it's not.
Nice.
I don't think he's going to have a not elite offensive season before he retires.
Oh no, I just think he might retire in the next 3 years. Yeah.
You know, Gifted, if you ask NBA Twitter, who would you want to build a team around to win a championship in the next 3 years? 41-year-old LeBron is on that list, man.
Hey, man, that's really good for NBA Twitter, bro. Shout out to them for real.
Man.
That's gang one.
J-Dub was starting off the season not playing correct.
Same reason I
LeBron
have Jalen Green.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, really? Oh, dang.
Yeah.
I think J-Dub's on the timetable. So sorry, no timetable.
It's not clear.
Yeah, he has
He gonna play
96 games anyway, so
yeah, I'm not too worried about it. All right, and now we get to the third team, the last team in our All NBA section up here. Lo, who is in your third team All NBA?
Steph, D. Mitch, Trae Young, KD. I do think KD's going to ink out 65 games. He got 62 last year, so I do think he's going to get a 65 game. The last name.
Like you're going to be nasty for some reason. I don't know why.
Franz, man. I'm going to go Franz.
Franz, okay, let's go. Franz Truther in the building. Okay.
I just don't like Kawhi, Embiid, and LeBron. I just don't think they're gonna play 65. I just don't think they're gonna play 65. LeBron is starting off the season not playing games. Kawhi and Embiid are going to be basically incentivized not to play 65 games. They put rosters around them to where they don't really have to tax them like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think Franz is going to be a top 15 player, but I think he's going to be one of the top 15 players that play 65 games.
Okay. Cool. Fair.
I don't think
Solo's team
is going to win enough games. Somebody asked about D-Book. I don't think D-Book is going to win enough games.
Yeah, the wins are probably going to hurt him as well. That's why he didn't make my list either. But okay. Lo has Steph, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, Trae Young, and Franz on his team. Okay. John, who made your final All-NBA team, and who did you snub?
Oh, I just had to scratch J-Dub out because I forgot all about the.
Yeah, I had him on my teams as well, but
so I have Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell. I got Paolo, I got Cade, and I got Trae Young.
It sounds like we basically got like at least like 12 or 13 of the 15.
Yeah,
I didn't put the Mobley on there.
All right, so you said Mobley, Mitchell, Paolo, Cade, and who else?
Trae Young.
Oh, Trae Young. Okay, cool, no problem.
Mars, don't speak so fast, buddy.
Oh, see, am I the only prepared one? Like, I got everything right here.
Yeah, I had all mine prepared.
I got my shit right here.
Yeah, I got. Yeah.
I got mine. Shout out to ChatGPT, man.
He made a ChatGPT All-NBA team. Okay.
No, you gotta. I had to change a bunch because of the 65 game rule. So
take away some drinking water for some people for this video.
That's how dedicated I am.
Yeah, facts.
Stop using AI, just by the way, ladies and gentlemen.
Who you got, Mars?
Jalen Brunson, Evan Mobley, and then I looked at the rest of the NBA and realized how stinky it was. So we're just gonna assume Anthony Davis and KD do play 65 games and put them on the third team.
This nigga is nasty. This is the
that was
nigga right here, boy.
And then
I love it.
And then our last spot, we're gonna go with Cat. So Cat will be my last.
Cat. Ooh, so Cat and Brunson. Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Respect. So yeah, Brunson, Mobley, AD, KD, and Cat.
Yeah, because I want the rest of the names I was thinking of was just not gonna cut the list. So
Derek in the chat said they both playing 64 games. Tough.
hey man, Mikal Bridges gonna make an All NBA team this week.
Oh man,
Yeah, that
where
Rio
is
Ferdinand
Bron?
is-
I don't think he knows.
He's not playing. I don't see Bron playing 65 this year.
I think the
Yeah, but that's the only reason.
Yeah,
by the way,
Right.
There's
Yeah.
like if Kawhi and Embiid, Bron play 65.
Why you keep
overall,
saying Kawhi?
I think
I
Kawhi
would
has
have
legitimate
Kawhi.
action at playing 65. Embiid
wow.
and Bron.
I think that actually might be real.
I think Kawhi
Possible.
has legitimate action at playing 65.
Oh, okay. Well, that's the only
I
reason
probably
why.
I pencil him in for about 58 to 62.
But what's
but I
wrong?
think he
What's,
could-
Is Kawhi looking for an extension?
Yeah,
Okay, he might play 65.
he's gonna
That's
be.
the only way that he's gonna.
He
play.
has real aspirations this season, man.
I thought he already got his.
Nice.
Am I bugging?
You see it?
He got money on the side regardless of a max extension. Man. He gonna be chilling.
But it's more money though. You know what I'm saying? It's even more money though. You
We'll just make up the difference of whatever he's eligible for.
know what I'm saying? Take it and double it. You know.
You know what I'm saying?
He can't do
Mm.
that.
But I do think Kawhi has action at playing 65. I just didn't put him on because I think he'll
Okay.
just miss out. But I do think he has a shot. And Embiid and Bron, I don't.
Word up. Okay, real talk. Who is your final five to make the third team All NBA? Let me know, bro.
All right, so I got Paulo,
Check. Okay.
Jalen Brunson,
Okay.
Devin Booker's making my third team.
Oh.
I knew he made that.
Okay.
Okay.
He making the playoffs too.
All right, see, I'm
Hey,
not too
Malawach,
sure of
I'm
that.
telling you,
Too much.
17, 10, and 4 blocks.
Yeah, man. I don't know the playoffs without Jalen Green in it. So you know what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm not saying all of that. I'm gonna also go.
Yeah, something like he
Did I already
guilty.
say Donovan Mitchell?
No.
Donovan Mitchell.
All right. I have one more spot left now.
This nigga with his pen.
Oh man.
Oh, Pascal's a decent shout.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It is. Though.
just shot it down immediately. Shot you down immediately, John. That's your
And
co-host.
lastly, I'm gonna go Carl Anthony Towns to round on my third team.
Okay.
So you're a Zion and LaMelo hater. Good to know.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I forgot. Scratch out Carl, put Zion. Put Zion.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Wow. Wait a minute. So after all this argument we had about Zion wound up making an All NBA team for you.
Yeah, I mean, if he plays the games, I mean, he looks skinny right now, so shout out to him. If he can play the games, he'll be a top 15-ish player in the league.
I'm just surprised because so Chad, for those of you that don't know, we've been doing position rankings all the time. I had Zion pretty high at PF, and we had a lengthy conversation about it. I'm happy that you saw the light. At least that's cool. You know,
Well, this is this is all projection. What we're doing,
all
right?
projection. Yes,
That's
all right.
It's not all projection. What the list isn't just all projection. It's also a combination of what you have been doing,
I've done in the past and all that. Yeah, right.
Because of that, yes, to me, Zion shouldn't rank high on the list right now. But projection wise, you know, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me give you
the second best power forward in the league. So that's what it means.
Let me give you my team, man. Let me give you my team. And I want to make sure that yeah. All right. So this is my team. This is Gifted Hoops third team All NBA. I had Chet Holmgren. It's the first name I'm gonna write down. I think Chet is gonna make All NBA this year. The second name that I had underneath Chet was Brunson. I also had Donovan Mitchell making it. I have Zion. I think he's going to have a really, really strong season this year, and I think he has motion, so that's going to help get him in here, of course. And then for the last spot, now I did have Jalen Williams. Here's my thing. I knew he was injured. They didn't specify for how long. Normally, when he plays, he plays. I still think he's going to be able to crack the 65 game mark. I believe that's possible. And I actually had this being his best year. So I had Jada up here. I think OKC has 3 All NBA players this year.
I don't think it's crazy.
Mars, you know what he's saying. You know what he meant when he said when he played.
You know Mars.
You know what he meant.
When he plays, he plays. I do like a comment someone said in the YouTube chat earlier. I think LeBron is gonna play the 65 games because he has an ego. He's not gonna let himself not play that much. Do y'all believe in that?
I don't know. I
no,
don't
he's
know
not
LeBron
playing.
personally to know if he's going to go out there with his bad back just to get his 65 games.
I gotta get it.
Because if we're being
I
honest
do
with
know
ourselves,
he's not going to risk his 10 points. I know that. So
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Go out there and get
That's a
10.
fact. That's a fact. Yeah.
So,
he
I don't know.
putting himself at a massive risk early on by already missing probably what 8
Like a month of basketball.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
already putting himself at a massive risk already. So
Yeah, because I
don't
think like
that's-
the games, I went from the start of the
LeBron's
season
body
to like
notice.
15th. It's like 12 games the Lakers have. So it's like you already gonna have people
Yeah.
with 5 games.
Yeah, it's
after that.
cooked. Yeah. Bron going to play like 54 games, man.
Yeah.
It's all right. He gonna go to Germany. It's cool. All right. So to
I
recap
hope he
in the
do
stream.
good. I hope
Hey
he
shit.
do.
Hey shit.
Right.
It help your ass out a lot. Real talk for sure. So, and that's important.
I'm a bounce. I'm gonna bounce.
Okay, Bello. I definitely appreciate you pulling up and all that. Yeah. I'm gonna recap our list so far. Big shout out to Lo and everyone else who came through for this 2-hour journey here. For our awards, for Sixth Man of the Year, I had Jordan Clarkson. John had Naz Reid. Lo also had Naz Reid. Real Talk had Ty Jerome, and Mars had Anthony Simons. For our Defensive Player of the Year, we all unanimously as a panel had MVP and DPOY for us was a unanimous pick. Shea and Wemby. Didn't expect that. For the Rookie of the Year, John went Cooper Flag. I went Ace Bailey. Low went Ace Bailey. Real Talk went Cooper Flag. Mars also went Cooper Flag. For Clutch Player of the Year, I went with DeMar DeRozan. Not popular. John went with Luka. Low went with Ant. Real Talk had Jalen Brunson. Mars had Nikola Jokic for his Clutch Player of the Year. Coach of the Year, I had Joe Mazzulla. John had Quinn Snyder of the Atlanta Hawks. Low had Jamal Mosley of the Magic. Real Talk had Chauncey Billups of Portland. Man, what a pull. And Mars had Mark Daigneault. Is how you say it? How do you? Sorry, Daigneault. Yeah. I'm gonna all the way write out his last name after this. And for Most Improved, I picked Benedict Mathurin. John picked Chet Holmgren. Low picked Jaden Ivey. Real Talk picked Amin Thompson, and so did Mars. And then for our last picks, I have OKC versus the Hawks in the finals. I had OKC winning. John picked OKC versus the Cavs. John has OKC winning. Low went OKC versus Orlando. Low has OKC winning. Real Talk had the Clippers versus OKC. And Real Talk had the Clippers winning.
The Clippers versus.
I said OKC. Apologies. That was a typo. Supposed to say Magic right there because you definitely had the Magic. I have good memory.
By the way,
and
for
the
this
last
scenario too happened though, I have Denver beating OKC, meeting the Clippers in the Western Conference Finals.
I knew, yeah. The agenda, hey. That's valid. That's valid. Okay, word. Yeah, word. So then, yeah. And then Mars had the Nuggets versus the Sixers. The only thing that I can remember is Mars predicts Embiid's going to play like 64, 63 games.
I had Philly in 6, not Nuggets. I had Philly in 6. So.
Oh, you had Philly. My apologies. I thought you had Nuggets there. I'll fix that for you. Philly in 6. We'll just write that down. So boom. All right. First teams here. We unanimously had Shea, Giannis, Jokic, and Luka. I think no matter what, those 4 guys are probably going to make it. And all of us had Wemby except for Real Talk. I got to change yours. Yeah. Real Talk had Ant. Mars had Wemby. So I do got to change it up. But yes, those. Let me fix that up real quick. Ant, and then Wemby. We'll spell check all this stuff later. So then for the second teams, I had Steph, KD, Cade, Mobley, and Ant. John had Ant, Anthony Davis, Curry, KD, and Brunson. Low had Ant, Cade, Brunson, Paolo, and Anthony Davis. Real Talk had Wemby, Cade, Anthony Davis, Mobley, and Steph. Mars had Paolo, Cade, Mitchell, Ant, and Steph. So that rounds out the second teams. And then for our last teams, I had Chet, Brunson, Zion, Jalen Williams, and I don't have Zion twice. So I'll double check my list to make sure that I had this right. I had Jalen Williams, Chet, Brunson, and Mitchell. So Mitchell is in one of those spots here. John had Mobley, Mitchell, Paolo, Cade, and Trey. Low had Steph, Donovan Mitchell, Kevin Durant, Trey, and Franz. Real Talk had Paolo, Brunson, Booker, Mitchell, and Zion. And last but not least, to close out the list, Mars had Brunson, Mobley, Anthony Davis, KD, and Cat. So W list, gentlemen, are you pleased with what you guys picked for this upcoming year?
I think I like mine.
I love mine. The way the season about to unfold, yeah, it's gonna be amazing.
I really hope yours is correct about the finals, because that really would be like easily one of the best finals in like what, the last decade
Of all time.
Maybe.
man, of all time. The two
Of
best
all
players in the
time.
league meeting in the finals. When's the last time that happened?
It's great for narratives for sure.
Bron and Steph, maybe?
Too
If you
bad.
think they were the two best players in the league, or Bron and KD. It's been a while.
Yes. Now, I would like to point something out. If Real Talk's prediction comes true, how ecstatic are you going to be if it happens exactly that way, Real Talk? Is what I want to know.
I'm gonna be ecstatic. This is gonna be a great final. Orlando versus the Clippers. It's gonna be some great basketball played. Two elite defenses. One team that kind of has, upcoming superstars. The other team having superstars on the other side of the field. Storylines and some new players to get pushed in the media spotlight. And of course, if you have 63, yeah, 63 hard and getting the ring. Kawhi Leonard winning another ring would just further complicate how to rank him in all-time rankings. So that'll always be fun. But yeah, I think there's a good storyline.
Absolutely respect. I also can't wait for that. Yeah, I'm happy about how all of these things came through together. I'm in season. I'm going to be documenting exactly how our picks came into fruition compared to how things go. In season, I'm a fan of changing your opinion on things as they shape. So these are just our preseason thoughts.
Absolutely.
Things are obviously, yeah, things change rapidly in the NBA. So,
If you think you're going to be able to hold to these picks,
no,
preseason,
Yeah, please don't.
no.
crazy.
I will
Make a Monday.
gladly be
Let's get
changing my stuff. Right.
I'll have amnesia real quick. What you talking about?
Yeah, nah. So yeah, it'll be fun to see how the year does it. Before we get out of here, guys, make sure to tap in and follow the Hoop Talk podcast here. They make good content. Let me like this video because I was watching it earlier. And then that's Mars Talk Sports channel here. Also, At the Buzzer has their own channel as well. Make sure to tap in there. I'll pull that up next. Here to the side, also, I have Real Talks Vid, which
Victoria's Secret. We seen that, right?
that was an ad, Chia. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dog, Real Talk. I was actually watching this earlier as well too. make sure to tap into Real Talk channel. You know what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe, and all that.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Got to tap in and show all of the love and all that. And then let me open this tab up and get this correct. Is my internet tripping? Hang on. Give me 1 second to make sure I have this up here. Tap into Lowe's channel as well. Is it? Hang on. Sorry about that.
Shout out to y'all, man. Like 300 some subscribers the last few days. I appreciate y'all, man.
You be going crazy, bro. You be going crazy. I also want to make sure that John's channel is getting a shout out as well. Tap in here to At the Buzzer Sports and all that. You know what I'm saying? More content for all of us is in store. And the last but not least, I have a lot of good graces to try to get myself back to, but make sure to subscribe to the Gifted Hoops channel. I'm going to be having a lot more content with streams and regular videos back. I was unable to finish my 30-team series because of sickness, and I kind of just got tired. But I think on either Tuesday or Monday, I'm going to put up a super mix of just all my thoughts on all 30 teams. So that'll be out there. But those are my closing statements for the stream. Appreciate all of the individual creators that popped out. Any closing statements for this episode, fellas, as we have the NBA season on the 21st kicking off? What we got?
Appreciate you having me on, bro. Always, man. I appreciate that.
Salute.
Merry Christmas,
Philly.
Philly. That's all I have. Merry Christmas. Philly.
And last but not least, real talk.
Yeah, appreciate you having me on. NBA season right around the corner. It's going to be a fun one, going to be a doozy, and looking forward to doing more videos.
For all of us, this is our season, man. This is our season. We're going to wake up and, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be way bigger than we are right now. As far
Well,
as
I mean,
Shit, the way we looking, I
Smaller.
hope we actually slimming. Yeah,
as
Yeah,
far as
hope we're
YouTubers,
smaller,
as far as
man.
YouTubers
Yeah.
and content creators,
real
bro.
talk definitely don't need to be no bigger. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, Mars, the way that your belly is overlapping your belt line right now is crazy. But look, I do
overlapping is such a crazy.
I do agree with John D. Hopefully, don't have to work anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
We got a lot of work to put in. So again, make sure to tap into everyone's stuff. Also, Lo has a different channel called the Low Post. Tap in there on YouTube as well. But appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get up out of here because I definitely am still a working man. Have a good one, y'all. Basketball, hoops, and all that are